Well, I didn't record the first half of this, so I guess we're recording now. Now that we're show you a couple of things.
Well, now that you're recording, I'll let you do it. You can go down.
Oh, okay, whatever. Well, let me see your homemade chatter tool at work. What do you do with it? Oh, okay. So this, in my opinion, this looks like a little scary bit of tool. Okay. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Let's see if I can get in there where you can see it.
See. Might have been going too fast for it.
Not clean it.
Because it's no, it's smooth. Yeah.
Is it? I can see the pattern.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see it.
Yeah.
Now, the nice thing about that chatter tool is the noises that it makes.
Yeah, you can scare folks off.
Crap. So that's an interesting pattern. The thing about a chatter tool is that, at least in my experience with it, it's probably an almost non-repeatable pattern. It's each time you do it, depending on the wood and how fast you're going and the angle, it's going to give you a different pattern. So, which is one neat thing about it. So when you're doing like certain things like pops, no two are going to be exactly the same.
Yeah, this looks more like what I've seen of the texturing tool on
Okay.
Sorby.
Oh, the different wheel for the
Yeah.
for Sorby tool.
So. I've never used one of those, so I'll let you do that.
Okay, I'll do that. Now you got a real mess.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was hoping. do that. Huh?
I'll do that. So now we got a clean piece of paper. Okay.
Yeah,
All right, I want to show you the other tools, a couple of other things. So I'm just going to show you a couple of little things with this decorating elf. I'm going to use my chatter tool first. See what we can do with that. And I like to run a little bit higher on the RPM. Where are we at? We're a little over 1,000, 1,100 now. So that made a mess. I'm not even going to zoom in on that. That end there, I got a little too carried away with it. So let me clean that off. Okay, I guess you can see that. That's just one of a gazillion patterns this thing will make. So clean that off. No, clean it off. There. So I'm going to put a couple of lines work to. So we'll come in here, we'll do a line there. We'll do a line there. We'll do a line there. And then I'll use the decorating elf with the ball, a round ball. I'll just go right across here from the center to the line. Okay. Then this second one, what you can do is also, you can make a little bit of a cove in there. Put some glasses on so I can see what the hell I'm doing. So I'm giving that a convex shape. And we'll run this in there from the other way. We'll go back through. Now change the bit. On this last one. To the straight cylinder. To do this outside here. Let's see what we got. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw a little color on this with a marker. Highlight it. What color, Pat? Oh, blue. Okay. Okay. I can't see the screen with these on. My camera work is not the greatest right here because I'm backwards. Back up. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Kind of looks like a muddy mess on the screen. I don't know if you can see the patterns. But anyway, you know, those are just three tools. There's a bunch of different ones on the market. And I'll send out some links to the different ones. There's also, you know, a lot of different things you can do. I mean, you can just take a wire brush, a stiff wire brush that we use for cleaning up welds. Another tool that is typically, it's a welder's tool called a needle scaler. And depending on the size of the tool, it has metal needles that actually I guess it's almost like a tattoo tool where the needles go in and out, you know, to chip off the weld scale. And a lot of guys use those for texturing. You can use a little air-powered air hammer with a rounded point. Will give you the same effect, but only one dot at a time. Then there's, I think it's a guy named Wagner sells a tool that is a knurling tool. Like, you know, they call it a texturing tool. And it looks to me like all it is a knurl from a metal lathe. And you can actually make your own. You can buy the individual knurls from, you know, different tool companies and just make a handle for it. Take a little bit of machine work, but not that big a deal. So there's all kinds of different things you can do as far as texturing. So I think that's pretty much it. So anybody got any questions? If not.
Unmuted itself.
Okay, no, I don't know.
I don't know if they can see it, but in this code,
Right.
with the same tool, you've got two completely different textures.
Yeah,
Very fine out here. Lines are very close together. And then coming from this side,
yeah. I think the way I went with it was the cove isn't really a good cove. It's more of a V.
well, you know, the thing is that, you know, you're going a lot slower here than you
Yeah,
are
the
out here.
center, you're going a lot slower. You can tell by the sound. So. So, has anybody got any questions?
No questions.
Okay, well, let me take the spotlight off. And so now that that's done, anybody got any work they want to show that they've been working on? I know Brian's been busy.
Well, I'm ready.
Can't hear you.
Hello. Testing, 1, 2. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can hear you. I had my damn speakers off.
Okay.
So I guess I didn't hear anybody when I asked if anybody had any questions, I didn't hear anything because I had the speakers off. So I'll try it again. Anybody got any questions on what we just did? No, okay.
I have some to show.
You have what?
I have some.
Okay, so you want to go first?
Be glad to. Just give me a second. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I was very lucky that, hold on. Okay. I'm still not working out this. Can you hear me? That ain't gonna work.
Pick up, Pete. Saw that. All right, Mike, we cannot hear you.
What, that I'm yawning?
Yeah, saw that. Sorry for boring you.
No. I get up around 5 every morning, most mornings. I'm just a little tired.
Now can you hear me?
Hear you now.
Okay. This is a piece of tamarin that Ralph gave me. I'm real pleased with it. The grain is really exceptional. I think it's one of the prettiest of the native woods down here. And this is I cored it this morning. I got 3 nice bowls out of it, I think. And what I want to show you is those that saw the coring demonstration. I've got a little update of that. If you notice, this was the tool we used before. It was hard to sharpen. And now somebody's come up with the same thing with a little replaceable carbide insert. So that's what I used to do these. And with the first insert, the one you see, I've now made 16 separate core cuts, and it still goes right through like it's not even there. So that's the only update I got.
That's that new Hunter insert. All right. Thank you, Mike.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. It's a beautiful piece of wood.
I'm glad somebody got to use it.
I'm ready, Ralph.
Okay, let's go back to you. Put the spotlight on you. All right, something's going on. There we go. All right, go ahead, Brian.
Okay, went over to Murray Sills' daughter's house. She was selling some tools. As you all know, Murray passed away. And so she gave me a bunch of his mostly turned bowls. So I finished them off. So he had a bunch of little bowls like this that were, I don't know what kind of wood it was. And she didn't know either. So I finished them off. All is about 5 inches across or so. So finish those up. And George Zamanella, when he left, he gave me a slab, so a wood. So I made this platter, and these checkers are wood burned checkers on it, you know, just to turn the bottom plane. Let's see, there's a good angle. So little platter. Then I worked on this mahogany bowl and did this piercing, as you can see. And then wood burn this circle. And then so, well, what can I put in that like a flower shape? And did a little wood burning. And this is colored with colored pencil. So there's
Very nice.
the base. So, and last month, showing you this this form that I made, mahogany. Well, I finally did a little pyrography on that. So this pyrography, flowers, whatever.
Very nice.
And then left that piece was natural, so I left that piece alone on it. And yesterday I made this little box of avocado. So, yeah. And also made this platter and a bunch of other platters. I had a friend gave me an avocado tree, so I made this this platter or bowl, not about avocado. And again, you see these. This is from the ambrosia beetles that were eating through the tree. And that's why it died. And she had to cut it down. So, and then there's another unknown piece of wood that, again, from Murray Sill had roughed it out. So I finished it off. I don't know what kind of wood it is. Anybody know? No. So, that's all I have.
Where's your table?
Oh, that's in the other room. That's
Okay, well, I saw a picture of it.
yeah. I can grab it if you want while you go on to somebody else.
We can. Anybody else got anything they want to show? If not, I have nothing to show. I've been lazy for the last.
Should I get that table then?
Sure, run grab.
Okay.
Barky little dog.
Yes, damn cycle dog. Comes over to my side and barks like crazy, and goes over and bothers people on the other side. The damn thing barks constantly all day long.
All righty. Okay, so I made this table. This one stopped by a store and they had broken up a whole bunch of pallets. So grabbed a bunch of that, and then so I cut them to 2 inches thick, and then I cut this was 15 inches across, and then laminated them, glued them together, and then I had these Purple Heart rings that I cut as scraps when I was making some bowls. So I took one of them and inset it into the center there. And so here's the base, mahogany base that I made. So, and bolted it into to the base. So
When you laminated those, did you join them or did you just glue them rough like they came?
The pallet, of course, was rough wood, so I ran them all through a planer so they'd be smooth enough to glue them together.
Okay.
So that was it.
Pretty cool. Turned out nice.
Yeah, it was surprising. I guess it's that pallet happened to be all pine wood. So
Yeah, I don't think people are aware that a lot of these pallets are, depending on where they come from, can be some really nice wood.
mhm.
A lot of them are oak. Occasionally you get one out of Purple Heart, depending on where it comes from.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're treated with chemicals or not, so that's why I didn't make a bowl out of it. made a tabletop instead. And have 2 more that are glued up, drying now so. But, luckily the pallets were all busted apart already. So I just had to chop the ends off with the nails and then pounded the nails out of the center portion. And then cut them up on a table saw.
Yeah. You didn't get it from that pool place down there on the highway, did you?
Yeah, that's where I got it.
I noticed that pile was gone.
Yeah. Well, I left all the crappy stuff there.
Okay, I drove by there, I drive by there and I saw they had a whole stack of busted up pallets and I'm thinking, I might have to grab some of that.
So, yeah, all the pieces that they had split and stuff, those are left behind.
Yeah, okay. So, all right, anybody got anything else? Okay, silence. All right, well, I guess if nobody's got anything to say or nothing else to show, we'll go ahead and shut this down. I'll send out.
Ralph?
Yes,
I've got, I had sent out a note. I've got some PVC that's 4 inches and 3 inches. If anybody wants to make some vacuum chucks. Otherwise, I'm going to probably cut it up. But you can make any length. I've got some long pieces. So you can make some nice length vacuum chucks. Brian, I've got your piece saved.
Thanks.
okay. So I will go ahead and shut this down and I'll send out the information about that event downtown if anybody's interested. I kind of need to hear from you so I can let Abby know how many tables we're going to need. I don't 100% know all the details yet, but oh, by the way, it is no charge. Okay, so the only thing you may have to pay for is parking. So I'll get that information out. And, it sounds like there's a possibility to make some decent money. So hard to say. So with that, I guess we'll shut this down and we'll see you when we see you.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Night.